Hello, I'm Alan. Today we're going to be drinking a Shui Gui or Shui Jin Gui, which translates to water golden turtle. It's a oolong tea. So with the tea group or the little club or whatever, where I have a few friends come over every other week, this next Saturday will be an oolong. So changing it up a little and doing some oolongs. This is not the one we'll be drinking, but I'm going on tangents. This is the first non-Tivana oolong I bought. So this is from Mayleaf. It is their Golden Turtle, which apparently there's 4 famous rock oolong varieties, and Shui Jin Gui is one of them. So the leaf color is, so it's like, Mayleaf doesn't disclose the roasting level on their site, maybe in the video, but I haven't watched that. It's what brief research I looked into, it shows it's about a medium roast. So you'll see kind of a darkness and a brownness to it. Dry leaf doesn't have too much of aroma, but I can smell kind of a toasty note. So on that note, so the origin of this is from Wuyi, specifically Zhengyan. Probably butchering the name, but it's one of the Wuyi mountain oolongs. So let's preheat the pot a bit. I've got the water as hot as I can get it for Utah. So 95 degrees. Just gonna swirl this and try to get it all hot. Okay. So they recommend 5 grams per 100 mil. So I've got 10 grams of leaf I'm putting in here. Try to save all the scragglers. Let's see what kind of the little heat brings out with the aroma of the... Okay. There's like a tartness in the aroma. There's a tartness, maybe tart cherries or something. Very intriguing. Like the toastiness is, the phrasing, so the tartness is higher than the toastiness, so it's pretty tart on the smell. So let's just quickly make sure it's right back up to temp, and it's a little bit, we can get everything ready. So the first steep is going to be 20 seconds, and then he recommends adding 10 seconds every subsequent steep, and believes it can go 7. So I've only had this once before. It was a year ago when I bought it. This is spring 2018, and I bought it around October of last year. And so because I've been trying to drink through all my Tivana tea, I've kind of ignored it for a bit. So I'm now ready to drink this again. So anyway, okay, at 95 degrees, we'll go 20 seconds. Quite bubbly. Maybe that means I should do a rinse. Let's do a rinse. I don't recall if his instructions said to do a rinse, but I'm doing it. Maybe that'll bring out even more tartness. Let's find out. Let's get that back hot again. Okay. Woo! Now there's toasty. It's very warm, toasty. So when it's hotter, there's more toastiness, but as the leaves are cooling, it's transitioning into tart. Interesting. Okay, anyway, let's get tasting this. Okay. I'll do 20 seconds. I'm just taking it up to the lip there. And I was debating on whether to do this in a gaiwan, but because this is the vessel that I use in the little tea group I have, where we're all ex-Mormons trying to learn what tea is, I'm brewing in these because they're big enough to serve everyone, so I'm tasting it in the same vessel that I'll be serving it in. And that's kind of was the final decision for why I'm doing it in glass instead of my little 120 ml gaiwan. Okay. Color of the first steep is kind of an amber. It's like a darker red than the amber handle of this. It's pretty transparent, so it looks like a nice clean. There's no like particulates or anything inside of it. Okay, it's hot, basically boiling, so I'm gonna try to cool it a little bit. Maybe I'll cool it. That's a lot of bubbles, if you can see that. A lot of foaminess. So maybe it's a sign of a good tea? I don't know. Okay. Cheers. Toast. There's almost like a zest. Maybe more pith than zest. I'm trying to figure out the citrus. Kind of lemony? Yeah, I'd say lemon. There's still a tartness in it. It's really hot, so I'm not getting as big of a mouthful as I'd like. Let's try to cool it down one more time. The flavor's lingering though. It is still on the tongue with as little bit as I've had so far. Okay. I'm trying not to swish, but I am cycling it around my mouth, trying to coat everything. I like this. There's little puckering astringency on the sides of my tongue. The toast, some lemon pith is what I would say, so the white part that's just beneath the zest. Wow. It lingers. Okay, let's do another steep. So let's progress this to steep 2. Maybe I'll get that out of the way. And add 10 seconds, so we'll do 30. All right, so let's see if I missed any stats. I've got a little sticky note. So Zhengyan, Wuyi in Fujian, China, spring 2018. I'm guessing a medium roast, but they didn't disclose that. And then the price is 73 cents a gram. So it's a little more than some of the, what have I been drinking? The green tea. Oh, dang it. Anyway, it's cheaper than the white tea, more expensive than the Gyokuro. There we go. It's kind of in the middle. Ooh, that one's got wood. Like, it's now transitioned from toasted bread or nuts to now, like, I'm smelling a chunk of charcoal. Interesting. Okay. The second steep is bringing out. Let's get get back on. More of the woody notes. Oh, the color, still very transparent. Nice kind of a amber. It's interesting. Holding it up, it's amber, but as I look down here, it's more of a topaz, like sherry. There we go, sherry. Kind of a sherry color. We've got, here in Utah, we've got Topaz Mountain, and I've gone and hunted for some of the topaz, and it's fun to find the sherry colored ones. I think that's our state gem, is the sherry topaz. And that's basically the color of it. All right. Steep 2, yeah, it's still some bubbly foam. Okay, cheers. A distinct cooling sensation's happening now, even though it's hot, but when I inhale. Astringency as far as, but very, very light puckering. There's some bitterness. It's, in a way, it's reminding me of an Earl Grey. And maybe the bergamot citrus is what I'm picking up. And an Earl Grey is the closest thing that I've experienced that can connect to that. Trying to sense if there's like any tingling. That was something they said I should experience with get a yan yun or a rock rhyme experience. This could be being wasted on me since I'm so new to tea, but I'll just kind of sit in it and we'll see what it brings out. So let's do steep 3 for 40 seconds. It is lingering. I can still taste it and everything. See, while that's going, maybe I can, okay. Mostly tartness on the dry cup. Yeah, mostly tart is what I can pick up. Okay. Just looking at notes. I think I've gone over everything. Elevation, 950 meters, if I hadn't mentioned that before. Oh. Pour the tea first and then get it back hot. Alright, so this is steep 3. Now, I don't know if a rinse was a mistake or not. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. A lot of toast, wood, like toasted wood, burnt wood. About the same kind of a color. Try to hold some of that steam in. Okay. That foam is persisting. So it's just something I still have to learn and research about. If it's maybe a property of sugars or proteins or dust. All of the above. But cheers. A lot more citrus in this steep. Less pithy and more zesty. And I would dare say it's lemon or bergamot because it's reminding me of Earl Grey. Ooh, there we go. Tingling now. There's some tingling sensation. Now, it's supposed to be a good example of minerality, which is a term I've heard, but I'm still trying to isolate in my experience while I'm tasting it. There's a cooling. There is a little tinglingness. It lingers. Very intriguing. All right, so I'm gonna do the next few steeps offline. So that was steep 4. Wait, was it? Yes. I forgot. I'll count. But once I get up to the 7th steep, then I'll come back and we'll review it and we'll drink the encore. So we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. So this is steep 7. We are doing it for 2 minutes. On steep 5 it reached 1 minute, then steep 6 I added 30 seconds instead of 10. This one I added another 30 because it's starting to lose its flavor now. Starting to be used up. Okay. You can see the color of it. It's now the kind of amber that's almost the same color as the handle of my chai. The aroma is now mostly just kind of toasty wood. No more tartness that I'm picking up, at least. Yeah, almost the exact same color as that one. So the claim is this can go to 7. Steep 5, when I first drunk it, the first thought was, ooh, sweetness. Then I've also noticed that sometimes sweetness to me is just wateriness. And so that's part of why I increased the steeping time. Because it was starting to get weaker. But there was a sweet sensation that started in steep 5. Okay, let's cool this off a little bit. Cheers. That I actually didn't pick up in the 6th steep. I can't describe it. I don't have a word for it. But that 7th steep there's something different, unique, pleasant. Very, very light toastiness now. It's mostly the sensations, very cooling. Like when I inhale, very cooling. There's a little tingly still lingering that's made all the way to the 7th steep. Very interesting. So this is my first non-Tivana Oolong, and it's a Wuyi rock Oolong, which is one of the famous ones. So I will definitely be learning more as I explore these kind of teas. As far as picking up and identifying the notes that I look for in an Oolong. But let's drink the encore. Let's let it all sing together. I am spilling all over. Maybe I should find a mason jar sized chai. Or gong dao bei. There's 2 words I've heard for it. See if I can find a mason jar size with a spout. That could be helpful. While with the spout still being able to allow a lid on it. Maybe that's why it doesn't exist. Anyway, cheers. I like the blend. A lot more toast. Some of the stringency's back. Light bitterness, maybe. Tasting notes that remind me of Earl Grey. But definitely not as intense as an Earl Grey. It's just a light citrusy lemony, bergamot, toasty. I like that. The dry cup. It has an interesting smell that's reminding me, it's bringing up memories of Hawaii for me for some reason. But that was like when I was in junior high or like 8th grade or something. So that was a long time ago. But there's an aroma that's reminding me of Hawaii. Maybe it's damp. The dampness, the damp forest. Maybe that's what it could be. That's just a memory it's picking up. So anyway, alright, so this is the Mayleaf's Golden Turtle or Shui Jin Gui. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.